bonus and the village crisis. Sija stood before Mr. Shajit, the managing director of her firm. The city hummed far below, but in the quiet of his corner office, Sija held her breath. "Sir," she began, her voice steady despite the nervousness, "the expenses for my sister's wedding have far exceeded our budget. I wanted to inquire about the possibility of an advance on my upcoming salary." Mr. Shajit steepled his fingers, a thoughtful gesture Sija knew well. He smiled, a genuine, warm expression. "Sija, the quality of your work over the last quarter has been exceptional," he said. "We don't do salary advances for high performers. Instead, my board has authorized a very substantial, immediate bonus for your exemplary contribution." Sija felt a rush of emotion that made her sway slightly. A substantial bonus. More than enough for the wedding and the outstanding village debts. She steadied herself and bowed slightly. "Mr. Shajit, this is an incredible generosity. Thank you for recognizing my efforts." The moment of relief gave way to a new, bold thought. "Sir," Sija said, turning to Mr. Arnav, the assistant director who had witnessed the exchange, "with this bonus, my sister's wedding will be perfect. It would be the greatest honor if you and Mr. Shajit would consider attending our family celebration in the village." Days later, Sija and her colleague Girija were squeezed together on a non-AC bus, leaving the high-rise buildings of the metro behind. Girija, elegant even in the close quarters, adjusted the pleats of her bright Indian sari. Sija clutched her small, discreet bank draft. She was going home, a financial hero with a quiet triumph. The bus rattled to a stop at the village perimeter, spitting them out onto the dusty lane. As they stepped down, the familiar, peaceful village air was cut by the sound of furious shouting echoing from Sija's street. Girija's composed expression immediately tightened with concern. Near their small ancestral home stood Sija's mother, Meena, looking utterly defeated. Towering over her was Ranveer, the village's notorious renter, who was shouting, his face red and his finger wagging. "The wedding is irrelevant," Ranveer roared. "The rent is overdue. Pay up, or I lock the house tonight." Sija's hands, which had been clutching the bank draft, now clenched into fists. Her professional calm was replaced by a fierce, protective anger. She handed the draft to Girija for safekeeping and walked purposefully towards the commotion, her steps kicking up small puffs of dust. Sija tapped the renter, Ranveer, firmly on his broad shoulder. "Ranveer, uncle," she said, her voice cutting through the noise. "This is not how you speak to my mother." She took the thick wad of money she had collected from the bank earlier. "The rent is paid, in full." She counted out the exact rent, then pressed the entire remaining stack into his stunned hands. "The extra is a payment for your immediate, permanent silence," she stated, her gaze unwavering. Ranveer, totally bewildered by the unexpected generosity and firm tone, simply grabbed the cash and hurried away, defeated. The tension broke. Villagers who had gathered in worry began to clap and cheer. Her mother, Meena, rushed forward and embraced Sija in a tight, tearful hug of pure relief. Sija finally smiled, the professional mask dissolving into daughterly comfort. Girija walked over, a rare, genuine smile gracing her face as she returned the safe envelope. "Sija," she whispered, her admiration clear, "you handle a board meeting and a village crisis with the same incredible courage. Now, let's get this wedding started."